it's Len. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I created this YouTube account to share my humble insights and my journey as a small town girl from the Philippines to living overseas and making Vancouver as my second home. I'd like to share my hobbies, my interests, and where I usually hang out on my days off. And a little bit of British Columbia. I traveling once in a while locally and in northern BC and Vancouver Island. I'll take you in my travels once in a while. A little bit of myself. I work in healthcare. I've been working in healthcare since I was 20. I always tell people it's the only job I know. I grew up surrounded by elderly people, with great-grandmas and great-grandpas and grandparents. Their stories and insights and living simple life makes me very humble and grateful for what I have and what I've become. When I was a little girl, my grandma and grandpas used to say, they used to ask me like, "Len, can you read the labels of medication?" And or something about like anything to do about my health. And sometimes they barely see a doctor, but sometimes when they go and see the doctor, they used to bring me, and I listen to what the doctor says, because silly grandma forgets what the doctor says. So when they come home and they have something that the doctor gave them, they always ask me. And I think that's influenced me to work in healthcare. About where I grew up in the Philippines, a small town called San Nicolas. Growing up, it was very small town at the time. There's only a few stores. Well, yeah, stores. We don't have a mall in my town, and there's no fast food like McDonald's or something. But it grows. I think I went back 4 years ago, and it grows, and we have a big mall now. I came from a big family. I have 4 brothers and a sister. Growing up, it was just me, my big brother, my sister, and the brother. The 2 younger brothers was born when I was a teenager, and then I moved up at 17, so for college. So it feels like I didn't really grow up with them. My interest as a young kid includes a lot of crafting. I used to collect magazines, like old magazines, old books, make envelopes or cut up pictures from magazines and make collages and handmade cards. I draw a lot. I'm not really good at drawing. I make up my own mini stories and compile them in papers. And I have diaries, I think from grade school to high school. And I think one of them, actually, my mom found it and read it. I'm not sure. I read a lot of books when I was a kid. We had a black and white TV, and there's only 4 channels. We didn't have VHS, I think we did. No, we didn't. No cable at the time. That makes me feel so old. When I was a kid, my aunt was a grade school teacher, and she had so many books, and I read a lot of their books. At 7, I was reading Shakespeare, prose and poetry, and one of my aunt is a midwife, so I read her midwifery books too. My grandma saved most of her books, and I think there was one rainy day where I was so bored, and I found her anatomy and physiology book, and I read it. I did write pen pals too, and my first pen pal is my aunt who lives far away from us. How it started is that she sent me books, I think, books and comics, and my mom asked me to write a thank you letter, so I wrote, and then that's how I started pampering her. So aside from working in healthcare, I do have life outside work. I do crafting. I still read. I enjoy hiking, nature photography, listening to music, listening to TED Talks, traveling, a lot of day trips. Pen pals, I think I have 20 or something, more than 20 pen pals. I love shopping. I think all ladies likes that. Well, depending on the mood, but sometimes I love window shop. Anything from clothes to things. All I have. Okay, three things most people doesn't know about me. Number one, that I read children's books. I think what happened is that
Sorry, I'm just watching.
just go. That's
She's
fine.
like,
That's fine. That's fine.
No, I'm getting pointers.
Okay. So three things that most people doesn't know about me, that I read children's books. I think because when I was a kid, I didn't really read children's books. I read a lot of prose and poetry. Like I feel like I grown up so fast. Number two, that I miss home a lot. I'm talking about the Philippines. I told I miss home a lot. I just don't tell people. Number three, that I wanna be a witch when I was a kid. I don't know why. I just wanna be a witch. Okay. One of my favorite quotes. One thing my grandpa told me is that anything that makes a lot of noise or sound, it means there's nothing in it. Yeah, and it goes to things and people. Regrets in life. I wish that when I was still in the Philippines, in Manila, that I visited and spend more time with my family instead of going day trips, partying, and working so much. Now, I think I did a lot of day trips nearby Manila, like Laguna, Batangas, even the other like farther provinces. I don't know. And party, and I did lots of work though. I did pick up a lot of shifts when I was there. Time is very expensive, that even richest people can buy it, and once it's gone, it's gone. So that's one of the regrets that I have in my life. So guys, I want you to write in the comment section three things that most people don't know about you, your favorite quote, and is there any regrets in life? Okay, number three, is there any regrets in life that you have? I think that's it. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. If you find interesting, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next video. Ciao.